your psychic intellect and made you my puppet.
It's a bullseye! And here's your host, Jim Boyd!
Perhaps today is a good day to die. Prepare for running speed!
Sir, there's another starship coming in. It's the Enterprise.
Your shoulder bone connected to your neck bone, your neck bone connected to your head bone. Now hear the word of the Lord. Them bones gonna walk around.
Take a base of action. Green group, skip across the whole sector and each other.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 47.
It's a trap.
.007 Triple X. Bond, what do you think you're doing?
Keeping the British hand up, sir.
Nobody does.
Sorry if I scared you. You'll like this bit.
Yes, indeed, Landon. Yes, indeed. Good evening, good morning. I am doing speaking bad. I'm doing spiffy. I hope you're doing well, wherever you are. Good evening, good morning. Did I say that already? I don't even know. It's freezing. Oi, vey, it is cold. I mean, I understand it's very cold in England, right? Don't get me wrong, but it's that's you, not me, mate. I'm used to living in Israel where it's temperate. Oh, it got frosty today. It was okay this afternoon when I walked the dog, but man, by about 4 o'clock, I mean, it's not raining or sleep. What is the weather, right? Well, wait, listen, I'm English, right? We can always talk about the weather. Let's compare the weather to. We'll do. Ow, at the screen. I want to see what I'm conventing about, right? It's we'll compare London weather to Tel Aviv weather, and then we'll compare it to London weather. Yeah. So it's at 18. And I'm going, oh, it's cold. It's probably colder where I am, though. Hang on. Let me see. Wonder if I do it here. Karney Shomron. That's the horns of Samaria. How's it say? Yeah, okay, it's 12 and I'm bitching, right? I'm like, and it is cold, right? It's cold. Oh, man, it's going to start raining next week. What a bummer. Oh, not a fan of the rain. So let's compare this to London weather. And about the same, actually. Okay, but it's just wetter and more miserable. And, of course, you're in London. But, yeah, no, I got... What's it like in Birmingham? That's what... Because Dan's always freezing. Birmingham. About the same. I know, it is cold, right? It is cold. I'm not a fan of the cold, frankly. Anyway, but, I will keep warmth with thrill power. Right? Do they still do that in 2018? I used to love that. That the comic was powered by thrill power. You had the thrill, the thrill suckers that will suck the thrill power. I remember the Fast Future Shock once where there was no power left in the world, right? And everything was going very slowly, and they found this secret treasure trove of power, and it was 2018. Thrill power, right? That was a good one. Anyway, we're living in very strange times. What's up with all these drones? The drone thing has got... Okay, I was kind of interested in it yesterday, but then I woke up and said, there's a whole bunch more. It's all over the world now, apparently. I don't know. I mean, if it is more global, you don't know what's real and what isn't, right? You have no idea. But if it is more global, then that's not Iran. And the idea that Iran could do anything is unlikely, right? Iran is in free fall right now. It's do I have that video? It's all I didn't know. I didn't get the video because it's all in Arabic and nobody will understand it, so there was no real point. But there's a school teacher in Iran saying, you know, death to Israel, and instead the kids say death to Palestine because everybody's had enough in Iran, right? Iran is in the shit, and now they know Trump's coming in with crippling sanctions. I just don't see Iran. I mean, Iran has had a rough year. It's had look, Iran's major forces were Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis, right? The 3 H's. And they've just had their asses handed to them. I mean, Hamas has been dismantled. I mean, there's still, you know, some guys with Kalashnikovs, and they're still, holding the hostages. I wonder what Trump would do if he's inaugurated and they're still holding the hostages. Like, I don't know. Because Trump is pretty much very, very adamant that he wants them back. Well, the trouble is, there's no way of rescuing them without them being killed. So I wonder, what leverage do you bring to something like Hamas? Who are they're crazy, right? They're completely insane. I don't know. But look, again, this drone thing. If they're drones, it's weird, right? It's genuinely a bit weird. So I've got a bunch of these videos. Let's pull them up. Video file. Downloads. So this one I found. This is the first one I saw this morning, and I found it interesting because they're saying it ties into Ezekiel, the chariot of Ezekiel, right? Here, one second. Let me show you this first. Like, what's going on with that? I mean, there's that's like shit's going on with that thing. What the hell is it? And they do seem to be, in many places now. So let me compare this to somebody posted this, and I thought, well, that's interesting. Yeah. So that's Ezekiel's chariot, right, as it's described in the Bible. Which, it's all. I mean, there was this really bad movie called Knowing with Nicolas Cage, where here is for the trailer for it. It's by Alex Parias directed it, but it's like I was watching the movie. I was like, well, I'm intrigued, and then when I saw it was going, I was like, what? That sucks ass. But it was essentially like, the Knowing trailer. Here it is. Doink. Download. Because, spoiler alert, and I'm really helping you out here. Again, let's look at that again compared to this. There's some weird shit going on with this, right? How is that? I mean, but in the same breath, it could just be nothing. It could be completely innocuous, right? It could be nothing weird at all here. So this is the Knowing trailer. Let me pull it up. How many years ago was it? Like 10 years ago? More, probably.
You and me together forever.
I'm watching this going, oh man, this movie's shit. The minute I see it.
The theory of randomness says it's all simply coincidence.
I'm never going to believe Nicolas Cage as an intellectual teacher. Right? He is no Breaking Bad.
There is no grand meaning, making it possible for you to be sitting here in this riveting lecture.
50 years ago, the students of William Dawes Elementary imagined what the future might hold. Today, we unveiled their legacy.
Yeah, so this kid, this gets this piece of paper with all these numbers on it, which are like the numbers of major disasters.
Okay, why are you showing me this? It's a list of dates. Every major global disaster for the last 50 years in perfect sequence. From a piece of paper that's been buried in the ground for 5 decades.
Don't be fooled. It's not a good movie, okay? Don't be fooled.
The next number on the chain predicts that tomorrow, 81 people are going to die in some kind of tragedy. Get off the train.
Why? What's wrong?
Just take the baby and get off the train.
presumed dead at 81.
Again, don't be fooled. Don't be intrigued. Avoid this movie.
It came true. It's not coincidence.
I Robot on that. That was a good movie.
Don't let him watch the news.
Why won't you tell me what's going on? They were here.
Who?
The Whisperer people.
What do you want with my son? The numbers are a warning. They're a warning to everyone.
This is not a test. This is an emergency.
Yeah, okay, it just goes on. There's one scene. Oh, yeah, when the plane. Yeah, okay, so there's a plane crash sequence.
Transmission.
We're going to stay on the air for as long as possible.
Yeah, that's basically mainstream media now. I know no one's watching, but we'll stay on the air.
Are we gonna die?
I will never let that happen, Caleb.
Why would you say that?
You hear me? Never.
So there's a scene where he's got the numbers are like the GPS coordinates or the longitude and latitude of where these disasters are, and he's at one as his plane crashes, right? And he's walking around the plane crash. And here's the thing that always interests me in it. It's the same plane crash I think they use from War of the Worlds, that they use in a couple of other movies. But back, when was it? Around 2015, probably a little bit earlier, I went on this awesome vacation with the family to California for Christmas. We were in Disneyland on Christmas Day, right? We were in did we eat the Magic Castle that day? I think we might have done. I can't remember. But we were there at 6:30 in the morning, ready to go in. Because I was a Disney maven. I knew everything about where to go with Disney. And we'd done all like the major rides and avoided all lines by like 11 o'clock. And by 11:30, we're back in our huge hotel room again. And it was, a very pleasant Christmas. Oh, but one of my favorites when we went for dinner. Firstly, getting kosher food in California Disney is way worse than in Florida. Florida, they got it down. They know what they're doing. California, not so much. But we were waiting to go into our reservation. And they had a big Christmas tree there. And Pluto was coming stealing the presents from the tree. I was like, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Right? It was just hilarious. Anyway, the point was this. We also went on this VIP tour of Universal Studios, which was really cheap for what it was, right? It was like, again, about $90 a head, which isn't like, bunkers, but it's for what it, you go, you get to drive right up to the Universal Studios, and they valet park you. You go to like a executive room. They have a guy there with water. You got a personal guide who takes you around and like gets you to the front and just gets you in every ride. There's no waiting on any lines whatsoever. We went to see the show, and they kicked a bunch of people out the front row seats. I was like, actually, my brother-in-law was like, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed." I'm like, "No, this is how life should be, baby. This is how life should be." But the point is, connecting to knowing, we went to that set, right? It's an outdoor set of the crash plane, right? And so I was right there. It was very, very cool. Anyway, so yeah, the whole Chariot of the Gods thing. That's basically what the at this movie, right? Knowing they had all these like dates and numbers, and then at the end it's like EE, and it's like what's E? And they say it's the end of the world, and it's some like a biblical prophecy that the chariots of the gods like this will come up and save a bunch of kids, right? I can't believe that's where that movie went, right? Oh, man. Honestly, a good end of the world movie, don't look up. That's fantastic. So, yeah, I don't know what this shit is. It angels? Is it UFOs? Is it like the apocalypse? I don't know. So, is it nothing? Could well be, right? Could well be. But, I don't know. Is it like, again, I don't see Iran bending over, and say, I don't see the deep state bending over and giving up. I don't see any of the, I don't see Russia bending over and giving up. I really don't see any of those things. Be some kind of military thing will make sense, but who knows what it is. So this, again, I don't know the veracity of this. This apparently is from Germany, a bunch of drones. Now, it gets really weird in a second. Now, obviously, obviously there's a way to fake that, right? Which is the most likely thing, because we just saw something that's impossible. A bunch of drones, and the portal opens up, and they vanish through the portal, right? Again, is there a way to fake this? Yes, absolutely. A bit freaky then. Oh yeah, although, do you remember when that dude's not real woman? What's her name? Tiffany Gomez. She was very hot. I think that's probably what helped with the story. So I know what's going on with that. I mean, again, it's just weird. And then there's these other orb things flying around. Check this out.
This is crazy. My God, look at it. That's not a plane. That is wild. That's going way too fast. That's not... What's up with my camera?
Wouldn't be... Okay. Imagine how free it would be if that thing suddenly flew to you and you were bathed in its light. You're like, ah! I'm not that interested.
I had to go run in and get my camera. Nobody was going to believe me.
Yeah. Again, I don't know.
Look at this thing.
But logical part of my brain says, no, I don't believe it. I think this is fake, but I don't know.
Jesus
Right? It feels like it was the last good M. Night Shyamalan movie, Signs, right? It feels a lot like that. Hang on. And then, here we see the drone fleet. This is over New Jersey. No, this is Washington. Like, what is up with that? Right, and they are in Washington. They're over the Capitol. So I don't know. I mean, it's what could it be?
They're not moving. They're staying stationary.
I mean, it's most likely the government drones at this point, aren't they? I don't know.
They're hovering.
They kind of look wide too.
Look at the lights changing.
It is moving.
No, it's not.
It looks like it.
Yeah, but they're not moving. That's an airplane. Hang on.
Which one? The one closest to the Capitol building?
Hang on, let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that's an airplane.
The one that's moving.
In the middle. That one.
That's an airplane. You can see it moving.
Yeah.
The one to the right. Or over here.
The one behind the Capitol building is not an airplane.
Or over here. That's an airplane. Okay.
Yeah, over there is, but look at
yeah,
that one.
And I'm saying, like, when you look to the left of the Capitol,
that
those are not moving.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
they're here.
Yeah. Can we go back in the car?
They're here, Ella.
What if aliens arrive and they want to speak to Biden? We're like, no. Talk to Trump, for goodness sake. Talk to Trump. Now, okay. Now it gets even freakier. Check this out. These drones are apparently stopping by solar plants and sucking up their power.
I've been trying to call for a suspicious drone sighting in North Stonington. The reporting party name is Lisa. She's driving back to Groton, but believes she has video of drones in the area that were landing in the solar panel farm, sucking power from the solar panels so they can continue their flights.
All right, how's that even possible?
You call her.
Okay. And then you got like more mainstream news going, this shit's going down. Oh, and even what Mayorkas has admitted the drone's going on. And he says, don't worry, we're taking care of it. I trust you. You're also taking care of the southern border. You didn't do a great job on that now, did you, mate?
A massive invasion of drones observed and recorded by so many of our citizens, including and especially law enforcement and military personnel, many who are here. Is it unusual? Is he kidding? How does Secretary Mayorkas, who infamously told us for years that our southern border was secure and closed when we know it's not, and now insult our intelligence that we haven't seen anything unusual?
I mean, that changed today, but that was the government line. Like nothing. I raised that one from yesterday. But yeah, like nothing unusual is happening. It looks pretty darn unusual to me, mate. Right? It looks pretty darn unusual to me. This is me. It's too long to go. It's a 4-minute clip. I can't stand it.
This is usual? I don't think so. And how can he and others, like National Security Spokesman Admiral John Kirby, say we know there's no threat? How do they know that? What aren't they revealing? Or are they just saying it? How can anyone speculate or issue assurances to thousands, millions of Americans who have witnessed the drones that there is no threat? For weeks, we've asked for the truth and action to mitigate any and all threats to people and property. Now, we are demanding it. As the sightings increase, including by service members at Naval Weapons Station Earl.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, this is not like, Antifa or any nerds going, oh, man, what's that? This is like real people.
I did talk to the commander there. His men are seeing it right there at the base. Are you kidding me? A munitions depot of that caliber, and these drones are hovering in close proximity to it. The Coast Guard told me the other day, and Sheriff Mastronardi, that one of its 47-foot rescue boats was followed in very close proximity off its stern by numerous drones. Why can't we bag at least one of these drones and get to the bottom of it?
Well, maybe it's an ET or maybe it's an angel. I don't know. I wouldn't try and bag an angel. It's going to work out badly, mate. Right? Badly. Oh, here's more pictures. Look at that. This is weird. This is weird.
Many of you know state and local law enforcement is precluded by law from taking more decisive action, which is why DOD must. They are the ones who have the ability and the authority to act. Congress, yes, and the president, yes, need to move quickly to expand state and local authorities' powers. But DOD has it right now. Sheriff Golden.
I mean, again, look, Trump's been very, very open and obvious that he's going to dismantle the deep state, the administrative state, right? He's been very, and like, listen, people with a lot of power are going to lose their power, which is the most important thing in the world to them, after their money, right? But they're going to lose their power. And nobody seems to be doing anything, right? They don't be fighting back. This could be like a psyop. Right? It could be like an alien invasion psyop to do something. It just seems like something's afoot, right? It does seem like, and I don't know what it is, but yeah, it seems like something's afoot. Maybe it's like Watchmen. The whole thing is fake, right? Could be.
Wrote me a few days ago requesting legislation to empower the state police to seriously protect at-risk persons and infrastructure, and if necessary, bring down a dangerous drone or drones. I am now drafting that bill and will soon introduce it. I want to thank him for that idea.
Yeah, the question is, how do you catch them, though? How do you even shoot them down? I mean, like, how you ask Israel? Israel will do it for you. But yeah, like, how on earth do you intercept them and capture it? I mean, that's the only way of really working out what's going on with these. Firstly, I would like to know if it's human technology or not, right? That's my first question. Is this people or is this something else? Because it seems like something else. So at the same time, yeah, this is the official line from the White House. This is Mayorkas, the guy who said there is no problem at the southern border for you, and lied and lied and lied.
Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, Mr. Secretary.
Oh, by the way, we'll talk about that next. Yeah, this guy just got, what's his name? Got his ass handed to him. Stephanopoulos, right? We'll look at that in a second.
Secretary, thank you for joining us this morning. Can you clear up the confusion?
Does it look like his eyebrows are stuck on? Not Stephanopoulos, the Mayorkas, right? It looks like he doesn't have eyebrows and he's just got like fake ones stuck on his head. Looks like he's training a couple of caterpillars.
Confusion here.
Absolutely, George, and thank you very much for having me. There's no question that people are seeing drones, and I want to assure the American public.
I mean, like, it was on Friday you said there's no such thing. No, you haven't. You're crazy. That was Friday. It wasn't like, 1913. It was Friday you said it. And those eyebrows are fake.
Public that we in the federal government have deployed additional resources, personnel, technology to assist the New Jersey State Police.
But what does that mean? Again, you've been a disaster at literally everything. Everyone's just waiting, right? Everyone's just waiting a month and 5 days till you useless fucks all leave, right? And you're the one on watch when we've got an alien fucking invasion? That sounds like bad news.
In addressing the drone sightings. Some of those drone sightings are in fact drones. Some are manned aircraft that are commonly mistaken for drones. And we do see duplicative reporting. But there's no question that drones are being sighted. I mean,
it must be bad if they're just coming out. Well, also, they're on their way out, right? Maybe they don't. But, they're just coming out telling the truth. That's always a sign of the apocalypse.
Set the record straight here, George. There are thousands of drones flown every day in the United States. Recreational drones.
But not in formation and the size of Volkswagens.
Commercial drones. That is the reality. And in September of 2023, the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, changed the rules so that drones could fly at night. And that may be one of the reasons why now people are seeing more drones than they did before, especially from dawn.
We could all just be about to die. I mean, that just could be what's going on.
From dawn to dusk. And so that is the reality. But I want to assure the American public that we are on it. We are working.
I don't trust you to be on anything. Holy shit.
Working in close coordination with state and local authorities. And it is.
All right, well, that's all we're okay then. State and local authorities, nothing can go wrong now.
It's critical, as we all have said for a number of years, that we need from Congress additional authorities to address the drone situation.
I smell a rat. I smell a rat. Don't give him any more authority.
Our authorities currently are limited, and they are set to expire. We need them extended and expanded.
What exactly do you need?
We can't tell you that.
We want state and local authorities to also have the ability to counter drone activity under federal supervision. That is one important element that we have requested, and we've heard it echoed by the state and local officials.
I don't trust the man with fake eyebrows who oversaw the invasion of the southern border. Call me crazy. Call me Captain Cray Cray, right? Speaking of Captain Cray Cray, there's always time for a bit of copium, right? It's always time for a bit of copium. Rosie O'Donnell, right? Rosie O'Donnell. If you thought she could not lose it more than she's lost it, she looks at she's looking at these drones like the monkey people looked at the black slab from 2001, right? Check this out.
That's just a plane, not a drone. Now, can we stop calling them drones? They're obviously UFOs, people.
Obviously.
Come on. It's all over the world now. It's not just in a little...
Is it? I mean, that Germany one was a bit weird.
...thing in New Jersey. Just saw one from China today. It's all over the world. What do you think? That some country, Iran, has the capacity and the capability to monitor and fly these drones?
Yeah, thing is, I think she's batshit crazy, but I don't think they got the ability to do that. I don't.
All over the world at the same time?
Yeah, I don't think they can do that.
Doing the maneuvers that they're doing? I mean,
fuck me, I'm agreeing with Rosie O'Donnell. What's going on in the world?
I mean, not trying to scare everybody, but they're here.
You want to scare people, you want to see her play Betty Rubble. That's scary.
They're here. And the powers that be don't want to acknowledge that because that leaves them with a higher authority. Nobody's going to care about Trump or Putin or all of the strong men in the world who are dictators and cruel and evil. No, they're not going to have the power that they
just went. Yeah, she's like, oh God, are these aliens that are going to invade us and save us from Trump? That's what's going through her head.
had. If this is,
and look, I tell you, I think Trump does believe in a high authority. He's always talking about praying and like being close to God. You know, and again, yeah, I understand he's a scuzzy guy, and I just assumed he snuck porn stars and all that stuff. I don't think any of that's true now because they didn't get him on any of it.
It's true. The aliens are here, and they're obviously.
Oh, the aliens are here. Yeah, Biden let them in. Yeah, several million of them. They're from Honduras mainly.
Superior to us in many, many ways.
Yeah, I bet they would. Wouldn't it be great if the aliens came down and said, we waited. We were going to come a few years ago, but we couldn't come during the Biden years. That was crazy. We waited for Trump to come back because he's the best. They step out the spaceship wearing MAGA hats. Oh, God. I want a camera on Rosie O'Donnell for that. That would be awesome.
Let's hope they don't want to just, blow us up. Let's hope.
What happens if they say, we don't want to blow you up, but we want to blow you? I'm like, well, okay then. To save the human race, I'll let you blow me. He said, no, we weren't going to. We just want to blow you as well. No, just on the safe side, right? On the safe side, in case you want to destroy the human race, you can blow me, okay? But not Rosie O'Donnell, right? You've got to be in the shape of Scarlett Johansson when she's 22, right? Don't take on the form of Rosie O'Donnell, please. Even Betty Rubble, Rosie O'Donnell, especially Betty Rubble, Rosie O'Donnell. That'd be one of my all-time greatest erotic fears ever. Being forced to copulate with Rosie O'Donnell dressed as Betty Rubble. That's so terrible to imagine. Oh, I would rather be probed.
And I wonder why I'm not sleeping, right? But
because you're fucking crazy, darling.
I think it's ridiculously head in the sand to think these are drones that are from another country that just happen to be all over the world at the same time. It makes no sense, people.
Yeah, look, Rosie, darling, you're not the arbiter of making sense.
It makes no sense. You can't be afraid to look at the truth. That's what I say. You gotta.
Really? Trump was great. Are you afraid to look at that? Yeah, you are.
Face it head on, right? And what's the truth here? There are so many in the skies above our planet, and the government is not having daily press conferences to tell us what the fuck is going on.
I mean, that is true.
I question that a lot.
The most likely case scenario is this is some kind of psy-op for some reason, probably revolving around Trump, right? Look, I mean, you got to keep in mind, this report came about COVID, and everything that the conspiracy theorists said they were right about everything, right? It politicized. They were right about everything. And I took 3 jabs, right? I took the booster. I think maybe 4. No, I think it was 3. I can't remember, right? I was totally on board. I was a team player for it. I think it was bullshit, right? Honestly, I think I should have taken the vaccine, quite frankly. I thought I'm in the ballpark. But, oh, man, this wonderful guy. I mean, really, really unbelievably wonderful guy called David Geffen. Just one of the nicest, most proactive, beautiful, souls I've ever met. Right? He really is. I met him in yeshiva, in rabbinical ceremony. Very loving, very giving. He developed this incredible thing to end bullying, essentially. This thing called Loving. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. 1 second. Loving World. There we go. Doing. Yeah, let me share the screen. So this guy, about a year and a half ago, I don't know when, just died on Sabbath, right? He in the bathroom of all places. Positive. They got the stats on what they do. But again, it's a system to make people care and like yeah. In 2022, South African Gauteng Department of Education evaluated 51,000 students, measured the numbers of incidents of bullying, substance abuse, and academic pass rates before and after the loving classroom intervention. Bullying down 85%, substance abuse down 79%, academic results up 13%, right? Again, and this guy just died suddenly, mysteriously, for no reason. And honestly, it's tragic, right? There's no way I can really relate to you how great a person this was, right? I hadn't spoken to him for many years when he passed away. His widow has been carrying this on. I've been helping her however I can, right? There's so many people who died suddenly for no reason after COVID, right? But I think I'm one of the people who should have taken the vaccine. But yeah. I think without that vaccine everywhere, he would probably still be alive today, right? Just a really stunningly good guy. But yeah, look, I mean, so I don't know. I don't think I can trust you on anything, mate. I genuinely don't. Right? It's absolutely crazy. So anyway, that was some heavy cope going on with Rosie O'Donnell. Not quite as heavy as the cope as Harry Sisson. Now, Harry Sisson is a clearly gay young man who probably doesn't seem like he's at peace with his personality or sexuality right now. So he was paid to really he's got a big TikTok following, right? But he was paid to promote Biden, and it was like the biggest Biden flag wave. Even after the Trump-Biden debate, he was still on Team Biden, right? It's just crazy.
It's only been a month, and Trump supporters are already regretting their vote.
No, they're not. We're really, 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 really happy. Like, what are you talking about, Harry? Like, no, you people are really regretting our vote, right? When we said we're going to get rid of the deep state, which you love.
We told you so.
About what? That is some heavy duty insanity, right? Heavy duty insanity. Meanwhile, that again, this is what I'm like vaguely thinking this could be some kind of like spiritual, godly intervention, right? These drones, that would make me really happy, obviously, unless God's come back to wipe out the world, because we see the world going in a positive direction. Check this out. This is George Stephanopoulos again. I love this. ABC News is forced to pay President Trump $15 million after setting, is it setting or it should be settling, I think, the defamation lawsuit. The Disney-owned network have agreed to pay Trump a large sum over the defamatory comments made by George Stephanopoulos. It just seems like none of them even suspected that they could lose. And we all knew they were going to lose. The comments stem from an interview with Representative Nancy Mace, where the anchor acted with malice in asking her why she endorsed Trump in relation to E. Jean Carroll. So Nancy Mace is a survivor of rape, I believe. And he's like, well, how can you support this rapist? And if you don't know this batshit crazy woman, E. Jean Carroll, she says that Trump sexually assaulted her in a changing room of a department store 30 years ago. And they changed the law so that they could sue her. And New York there's no law in New York. If you Trump, you're gonna get fined, you're gonna lose. And so they gave her this massive payout. But she is batshit crazy, this woman, right? I'm asking you a question about why endure somebody who's been found liable for rape. The network will pay $15 million as a charitable contribution towards Trump's presidential library. Oh, num. Oh, that's so good. They also paid the legal fees as part of the settlement, which had totaled $1 million. Oh, man. Yeah. So Megyn Kelly talks about this. Well, this is huge. Total victory for Trump. Shame on George Stephanopoulos and ABC, who were forced to settle after the judge ordered George to sit for a deposition. Oh, I would love to see that deposition. They couldn't have their star further embarrassed under oath. Good for Trump for fighting back. Yeah, and I think that this is just great news, right? And also, another little hint to see where the world is. We see HuffPost. The man accused of killing Jordan Neely, a homeless black man, will sit beside the future president and vice president in the Army-Navy game. Yeah, good for them, right? This guy was innocent. Thank God he was found innocent. And then you see there's a note on that. This post was purposely misleading. Penny stood trial and was acquitted by a jury of his peers. He did not kill a homeless black man. He immobilized somebody who was threatening to kill innocent people on the subway, including the mother with a young child in a stroller, right? And lives on TikTok. A religious Jewish woman, Chaya Rachik, I think. The media will never learn, she says. They wonder why they're losing all their readers and people are turning to extra accurate news. Yes, there is that. Well, there's something else that Harry says one. Nobody gives a fuck what Harry says had to say, but sure it's fun to mock him. I mean, he really is such a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, George Stephanopoulos closes account. This is hilarious. Any update on this? So this is from, May 7th. New York trial was wearing down Trump, and it shows. Yeah, it wore him down to that. Oh, man. This is the guy, Daniel Penny, with at the game with Trump. Good for him. And I really hope the J6 defendants, they get a visit to the White House and a honored dinner, and they deserve it, right? Again, another 1 month and 5 days till they're out of jail. I honestly, I can't wait. I really, genuinely can't wait. I think that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Fine, let's get to chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to chat. But look, that drone shit is weird. Okay, the drone shit is weird. Do I pull that up? Listen, the drones can be weird, but there are weirder things going on in the world. We'll get to that soon. What's this thing? A recent study shows that people who identify as LGBTQ, and you notice that people who are gay generally don't identify as LGBTQ. They identify as being gay, right? Have a lower IQ than average. I have noticed that, right? I have noticed that. That does seem to be a thing. Policing in London, it's not really going so well. And we can't really work out why. Now, if this was a more accurate picture, he'll be smiling. The policeman down there, he'll be like, yes, I deserve to be on the ground because I am a white man. An evil white man. Listen, that may look bad for you, right? That may look bad for you. There is something even more horrific that could happen, and does happen often. I want you to picture this scene. Christmas Day, little Timmy rushes to underneath the tree, his hands trembling as he opens his present. What could it be? He loves Doctor Who. Is it a season 25 Blu-ray box set? Is it a season 15 Blu-ray box set? Is it Doctor Who magazine collected classic comics? What could it be? What is under the tree? Well, yes, Shooty Gatwa replacing a lump of coal. That's got to be the shittiest gift ever. Oh, I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry, but I like the parents laughing in the background. That's hilarious. Anyway. So thankfully, ladies and gentlemen, I've tapped into my deep rabbinical knowledge and Kabbalistic understanding of the world, and I can tell you what these drones are. Thank you, Scarlett. You did very well on this one. What are these drones? Why? It's just the aliens bringing the sexy back. Thank you, aliens. Right? Thank you, aliens. I love the little drones carrying her on the swing, right? I don't know what. That just makes me laugh. And the alien goes, we preferred when your TV shows and movies were better and not afraid of a bit of eye candy. Yes. Yes. That was better, right? What the fuck is this drone shit? Have the aliens finally had enough of woke as well? Well, one can only assume. By the way, the AI to make this went through several different iterations. That's what I consider Millie Gibson. Millie Gibson works very well on this, I think. Yes. I'm sorry she's gone. She's such a great AI model, right? But no, we went with a bit of ScarJo. But the original came out and she was looking off camera. So I had to rerun it through and have it change it so she's looking in camera. Right? I like them looking in camera. That's the way I roll, baby. That's just the way I roll. Anyway, there you go, ScarJo. Let us get to the chat. Oh, bloody hell. I wanted to see if I could get done in an hour today. It's 45 minutes in. I really? I guess not, right? I guess not. Stolen Hellcat is here. He says, Shalom. Shalom. Oh, you bloody it was like 7 hours ago. Stolen Hellcat. Well, I hope you found your freedom from your being stolen. The audience started say, how you doing? So, guys, what did I miss? Oh, the world's ending. The laptop was all repaired and ready. Well, we're happy to have you back, audience starters, right? Man, you must be really excited about the Warhammer movie, right? The Henry Cavill stuff. There's been a lot of movement on that recently. Darren Evans here. How you doing, Darren Land? Greetings and felicitations to you. Colin Archer, he said, it never occurred to me before, but if Friday, Saturday is Sabbath, then your weekend is Friday and Saturday. Yes, Sunday is like Monday here in Israel. Absolutely. He's going to ask if he's got a secret mission for the God Emperor. Who's the God Emperor? Are we talking about Leto the Third? Was it Leto the Second? I can't remember. We went Darren Evans. Hello to you. D is it? Have you seen the trailer for Return of the Living Dead 2025? No, but I'll probably get that later. I mean, I really should watch the what's that trailer? Severance trailer. Man, Severance is awesome. That's coming back next month. I tell these fucking aliens again. Have your butt plugs ready at the ready? Yes, I will. Yes, I will insert a butt plug rather than be probed. Right? Not a fan of the probing. I don't mind probing. You know, a lady. I don't want to be probed, right? My arsehole is a outie, not an innie. And just the way it is, baby. Dan is here, Type 40. We had so much fun last night on the on your show. Apparently, Red One is streaming for free on Amazon Prime. I'm going to check that out. Now it's free. Yes, I will check it out. We're going to home as well. Home after a busy day. Christmas shopping. Oh man. What are we up to? Conrad just said, if this was happening over London, I think Sadiq Khan would be practicing for a New Year firework. Oh, Sadiq Khan's such a loser. I'm so pissed off about that tree. Right? I am so... Oh, God. Oh, man. Like, Sadiq Khan and Keir Starmer, they need to be in a dark, dank jail cell, right? And just to protect society from them. Right, I've always been intrigued by the number of people that seem to be needed in the background of a press conference. Well, they need quite a lot of those. I guess so, right? I guess so. Paul Towson, didn't I just say hello to you? I think I did. They make Joe Biden president of the earth. I mean, like, what would happen? You gotta hope. I mean, if there's a higher intelligence, that proves it's not them. I will thought. Mark Milford is here. Fukushima disabled our ability for satellite nuclear detection. The drones are rumored to detect nuclear materials, but maybe the drones aren't the problem. Maybe it's what they're searching for is. Something's up, but I don't know what it is, right? I don't know what it is. If aliens are going to be hot, then count me in. Well, exactly. Look, if they're going to lower sexy Scarlett Johansson, you know, who's cured of feminism back down to earth, it might be worth a probing, right? Might be worth a probing. Hold on for a month and a half, and Trump will thump them. We'll deal with them. Yeah, that's very true. No, Rosie, you're the drones of PD Rich. Dennis Watson is doing. Shut up and believe your government. Well, exactly. Only clever people don't question. We all know that. Mark Milford is doing. Mark Milford, thank you for joining us. We're up to. I mean, if I was an alien, I guess the person I want to go and meet is Elon Musk, probably the most important person alive. Now that's the thought. Since he will have 7 terms, will Trump get 2 libraries? Did he not get? I don't think he got one the first time round because of the non-insurrection, right? It says, actually, there's a 140k reference But several god emperors in the digest of your confused understanding. Exactly. Oh man, I'm just really bummed that Rebel Moon wasn't good, right? Because that really had all the makings to be good. It was just the writing that was shit, right? It was just the writing that was shit. Everything else about it was really quite good. I just wish he got himself a good writer. Him and Chris Chibnall. Why don't you get yourself good writers? Right? I mean, that seems like a pretty simple and simple thing to do, doesn't it? Get good writers. Yes, I think so. Anyway, let's start looking at geeky stuff. Scarlett, we shall return to you. I've really got to start going through my thumbnails for my year in review, right? Here we go over here. Actually, let me open up my thumbnail folder. I think it only goes back to when is it? Hang on, I'll go over here. Thumbs. There you go. Doink. It goes to starts at March. Yeah, one second. Let's have a quick look. See if there's anything that leaps out at us. She cried. Yeah, I'm actually made these thumbnails a bit bigger, and we'll do this. By name. Okay. Oh man, there's a lot to talk about here. Let me pull this out. We'll get back to you in a second, okay? Doink. Babylon 5 with all new effects coming this week. Yeah, it came and went. 23 arrives. That's the woman, right? Man. Arrives at the shape. Is this 2023? Arrives at the shape-shifting lizards. Man, what's this from? Is this 2023 or 2024? This is. There we go. There we start. Oh, this is 20. Oh, let's go back to 20. Oh, wow, I'm halfway through. Hang on. This is all 2023. 2024. Okay, yeah, my 2024 starts at March 27th again. Penguin. Man, that was not good, right? Not good. Sweaty Saturday night. Oh man, if you ever heard my AI adaptation, that was good. Mission Impossible trailer reaction. Oh god, I wish that was good. Doomsday. Poor Relentless Man from BBC in the slow motion car crash that is Doomsday. It wasn't very good, was it? But am I going the right way? This seems to be older stuff. I think I've got to go upwards. Right? Yeah. Luther Fallen Sun. That was really good. The Xeno 5. Yeah, I mean, like, you see, this is where AIs just started to come in. This must be an election season. Oh, that was a good one. Sydney Sweeney as Captain Caveman. Right, that was a good one. Russell's been on the loo a lot, right? This year. Pride before a fall, exactly. Well, that was true, right? That was totally true. Moffat replacing Russell D. Davis, one can only hope. Right, I don't know, but like, would he? Did the new era start yet? The new super queer Doctor Who era continues. 73 yards. What a disappointment! Yeah, man, this is this was not a good year for Doctor Who, right? In any way, shape, or form. As you see, yeah, this must be around because everything's about it being queer, and it was so queer. Anyway, we will do our year review in the after Christmas. I think after Christmas. Doink. Let's see what Bleeding Cool say. I haven't even read this. It just looked like an interesting story. There we go. Doink. By the way, if you haven't checked out the stream I do on Dan's channel on Type 40, is it on Type 40 or is it? No, it's on Facebook. right, on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. It's good. It's a really good one. It's a fun chat, right? It's a strong recommend. It's not even my channel, right? William Shatner joked that Doctor Who is an intergalactic troublemaker, and guess what? He's absolutely right. The Doctor brings chaos. Let me think about that for a minute. Does the Doctor bring chaos? I think the Doctor's not afraid of chaos, but I think he brings order through chaos, right? He's a disruptor, right? He's a disruptor of evil. Anyway, let's see what they've got to say. This is written by Addy Tantamith. Oh man, so woke. Doctor Who versus Star Trek has long been there's long been a bit of rivalry between the respective fan bases because fandom, like any other tribe, these antagonists. Well, the antagonists we have nowadays is toxic fandom, who calls everybody who isn't them toxic fandom, right? I always thought the idea for a Star Trek Doctor Who crossover would really work somehow. And they had a great idea, but it was never developed properly in the comic books. It was by people who are really bad writers. Tipton is their last name, right? And it was a comic book, and it was with Matt Smith. But they did it. They had like a flashback episode where it was Matt Smith and the Cybermen with Star Trek versus the Borg, and then they flash back to was it Revenge of the Cybermen versus Tom Baker's Doctor, right? So I thought that and it had William Shatner in. They went from Next Generation to original series, but those sort of touches were very good. But generally speaking, again, yeah, I do like the idea. They are very, very different, Star Trek and Doctor Who, in their core DNA, because everyone in Star Trek is the bestest of the best ever, right? Only the bestest can get on the Enterprise, right? Doctor Who couldn't really care about academia or he cares about right and wrong. Okay, fine. Now Captain Kirk himself has weighed in. William Shatner, in a tongue-in-cheek trolly mood, tweeted hilariously, Doctor Who is an intergalactic troublemaker. You know what? He's right. I guess I can go along with that. I mean, although why they got a picture of Shooty Gatwa there, who is so not Doctor Who? Oh man. Honestly, it was doing badly, but Empire of Death just killed it. Right? Just absolutely killed it. Stone dead. It's so bad. Right? It was like, firstly, there was no Legend of Ruby Sunday. I mean, like, it was such an anticlimax. But okay. Fine. So that's what Shatner's been tweeting out. Think about it. Doctor is an anarchist and an agent of chaos. Not really, no. I don't think so. I mean, chaos is better than evil, right? Well, I wouldn't say Doctor's an agent of chaos. Agent of change, maybe, right? I mean, look at Face of Evil, probably one of my favorite stories. That was when he brought order to chaos, right? It was. I don't go along with that. Like Happiness Patrol, no, it brings order to chaos, right? I don't know. But you know, like woke weirdos, like Addy Tantamith, their values are completely inverted, right? Like we see that in England, we see that everywhere now. That what's it called again? Criminals are, treated like virtuous, and innocent people are treated like criminals, right? Where we're up to where was it? Granted, it's Starfleet is about order. Granted, it's progressive and benign, and the Doctor will probably approve of the principles, but probably disapprove of their rigidity and their covert tactics. Well, that's something that only came around in the last few years. I mean, like, it was a side element in Deep Space Nine that fitted into the overall war storyline with the Dominion, but it's not Star Trek at all. And like Alex Kurtzman's run with it is just fucking idiot. I mean, oh god! I mean, you want to hold two pieces of bread on either side of his head and say you are an idiot sandwich. Oh, he is. He's such an idiot. Doctor's all for the Federation's all about orderly government and cooperation. Doctor's all about cooperation, and if the government isn't, if the government is a dictatorship, yeah, they'll generally leave each other alone. But if they dictate anything dark and nasty and it's under dictating, the Doctor will mess that shit up and so yeah, but that wasn't there before this current era, right? It's just like and when it was there, right, in the Conspiracy, right? Remember that one when you had a conspiracy within the Federation and these aliens had taken over a bunch of people. That was really shocking, right? Now it's just like a Wednesday. It's they've significantly hurt it, and yeah, just the same way. I think one of the big failings of the Cult Urban Judge Dredd movie is they had a bunch of corrupt judges go after Dredd. I hated that. Right? I don't know if you want to see judges be corrupt, then I don't know. I would go for something more like the Judge Dredd story, The Pit, which is excellent, right? I really where Dredd goes becomes the sector chief in this. Was it Sector 31 or 61 or something like that? Where this failing sector, right? And so Dredd's put in charge, and you get to the inside lives of everyday judges, which I thought was really, really cool. Anyway, if you haven't read Judge Dredd, you know what I'm talking about. And then Hope in the TARDIS and continue. Hop in the TARDIS. I think you meant hop in the car, not Hope in the TARDIS. Leaving everyone behind to clean up the mess. As for Kirk or any Starfleet captain is concerned, they might be a Q. The Doctor is capable of destroying Starfleet, the Klingon Empire, the Borg, probably in one afternoon without firing a gun at anyone. I don't like the Doctor's built up to be this huge thing, right? I really don't. Probably one afternoon without firing a gun. Hell, they'll probably use a sonic screwdriver to completely hack and scratch. Yeah, again, yeah. I think the Doctor could probably come out on top with the Borg. Let's see the full tweet. Is there anything? That was really it. Hang on. He's wrong, says William Shatner. Yeah, but what if he's right? So when you think about the Doctor and Star Trek are science fiction series with diametrically opposite viewpoints, well, kind of. Like I would say the Starfleet people are quite a bit weaker, right? Because they've got to be the best of the best of the best, right? And recognize as that. Otherwise, it's all bad. When you think about Doctor and Star Trek as granted they share a progressive, inclusive viewpoint. Well, they used to. Now they have a evil fascist viewpoint, right? Because of wokeness. Wokeness is evil fascism. It's everything it claims to hate. It is racism. All right. But after that, they differ wildly. Star Trek may be considered to be the more mature franchise since it's a product of the 1960s Kennedy-era optimism. But Doctor Who's older. Okay, whatever, mate. I mean, Doctor Who's what? 3 years older? And has been on longer? And whatever. And that Kennedy-era optimism's coming back to America very soon, as long as it's not destroyed by these weird orbs flying around. It's going to be obviously of American soft power propaganda. Doctor Who is mainly a kids' show that set out to teach children about the history and science through entertainment. No! In fact, they kind of dropped that pretty early on. Even the Daleks came along, the second story. I mean, really? I mean, third, I guess. Because the Daleks make everything better. Well, again, the Daleks was very contemporary, right? Nuclear mutation. Yeah. The most interesting part of the celebration of the British eccentricity, anarchy and rebelliousness. Just how many government and empires the Doctor has brought down in the last 6 years. The show is as beloved as worldwide Star Trek. But yeah, everybody hates it now. Even current Doctor Who showrunner said the Doctor will be a last-minute Starfleet recruit. There'll be this crazy idiot who would be lucky to be a general on the USS Starship before getting kicked out. David's an unabashed fan of both Doctors. We all are, right? That's why we all hate Doctor Who and Star Trek for the last 7 years, right? Why not like both? Fandom toxicity diffused. I don't think so, because you are literally toxic fandom. You are like toxic fandom 101. So this is what I've been wanting to get to for a while. Stephen Moffat and Ralph Steve Davies discuss the impact on AI on the creative industries before Doctor Who Christmas special. I think it's going to hurt the creative industries. I think it's going to massively help creation. Here, check this out. Daryl Joyce put out that wonderful Genesis of the Daleks AI trailer from his artwork. Check, he just did one for the Talons of Weng Chiang. I have to say, the Dalek, when the what's it called? The Genesis of the Dalek one immediately felt much more like Genesis of the Dalek. This doesn't feel that much like what's it called again? This doesn't feel that much like Talons of Weng Chiang as yet. Graham J is here and says looking forward to the new colorized version of Wargames. Actually, Graham, so am I. I have to tell you, I was initially very, very, not receptive to it, and now I've really warmed up to it a lot. Right, I'm really quite excited for it. I hope it's good. I was very burnt with the Daleks, right? But I'm actually really looking forward to it. I agree with you. Hey, Daryl, so for us to be Sherlock Holmes, mate. Oh, that Pal Theatre, pretty darn cool.
A smart and stylish girl, you see, belle of good society.
That was cool, right? With the Lee Sen Chang poster. That was a bit Mr. Sin. Oh, that's good. That is good. Well, let's get a bit of Magnus Drill going. The Doctor. That's good. That was excellent. When can we make our own bloody Doctor Who using this stuff? Yeah, okay. It's getting in a good spot. Again, it's not there yet, but I would love this. What is this? This is a AI Talons of Weng Chiang trailer by Doctor Who artist Daryl Joyce, where he put his stuff into a AI motion generator, and he created this. They should have had Weng Chiang, right? He was good at ranting, and this had that over the voice over there. Mr. Sin. got so much going. I mean, added on to that, they're releasing The Savages next month. Oh, is it next month? No, March, I think. And almost certainly, there's got like, have you seen the stuff that Ian Levine's doing? It's excellent, right? Again, where I think it's fails is it's not is in its general motion, right? If it the close up motion, it's very good. Rabbi, would you make an AI Doctor Who when the yes, absolutely, it would. Which would allow which Doctor would it be? That's a good question. I don't know. I think I'll do my own Doctor, frankly. Yeah, I think I would do my own Doctor. I would probably do original fiction first, right? I'll do some kind of what I'll do. I'll do some kind of crossover between Buck Rogers and Dan Dare. Right? I'd have a World War II Spitfire pilot get caught in some kind of time stream, ends up in the future, and it's a very Dan Dare-ish future, right? And he's fighting against the trains. That's the sort of thing I would do. I would almost certainly do original fiction. Yeah. But I'll probably do my own Doctor Who. Like, I might do an Edward Woodward starring adaptation of the demons, like the demons, like a carry on from the Peter Cushing movies. Maybe something like that. You know what? I would probably do a Peter Cushing movie Christmas special. And if I could, I'd have Mark Gatiss play that Doctor. Okay. Stephen Russell Davies discussed the impact on AI on creative industries before the Doctor Who Christmas special. One of the masterminds of Doctor Who has warned that AI content is used for creative purposes. The worse its output will be because it eats its own tail. Now, I do agree with AI writing. I think it's. I don't think that I'm not going to say I don't think that could ever put it together. 2 Russian tankers sink in the Black Sea, spilling 43 tons of oil. Yeah, that wasn't an accident. That was not an accident, blimey. Yeah, I mean, again, I agree with them writing. I don't think I mean, AI can write shitty sitcoms, right, and shitty TV shows. Yeah, and because AI could write Discovery, Star Trek Discovery easily. They could probably write this era of Doctor Who easily. They could write Jodie Whittaker, but they couldn't write anything good. Right? It's not yet. I mean, I'm like, where does that spark of inspiration come from? I don't know. It's interesting. I think they probably could have, and then not too far away. Ahead of its own Doctor Who Christmas special, eagerly awaited by fact. No, it's not. As the centerpiece of BBC1's schedule. No, Wallace and Gromit is. This is hiding behind Wallace and Gromit's skirts. Stephen Moss made comments and discussion with fellow showman Rusty Davis. Human beings are amazingly cheap. We're knocking out human beings every day. And unlike anything else in history, the more we use it, the less good it is. Moffat told Radio, because more content that is out there produced by AI, the more it absorbs its own content and eats its own tail. Well, again, that's true, but I mean, I found for art creation, it's really great, right? It's really good. Davis was responsible for the modern revival in 2005 and Return to Showrun in 2022 and fucked it up royally. Really genuinely fucked it up royally, right? Amazingly. And wondered whether AI would replace screenwriters. Well, that's only possible now because screenwriting's so poor, right? I mean, look at what's that? That's what's that one? Rogue, right? Rogue was shit. Every episode this year was shit. I'm sorry, right? Well, you're telling me AI couldn't write something better than Orphan 55? Or AI could have... Yeah, no, if the bar is so incredibly low, yes, AI can come and fix it. But the bar's so incredibly low because you professionals have just pissed everything up the wall, right? He replied to him and said, television has been run on those principles for a very long time. You just described how most networks work. What's that? Most networks. What principle? Oh, eating its own tail. Yeah, but when it goes through a human brain... it becomes better, right? It becomes original, hopefully. Doctor Who's Christmas special, due to broadcast at tea time on Christmas Day, has become a mainstay of the BBC schedule. Jim was out. Titled Joy to the World, or Joy to the World, it guest stars Derry Girls actress, maybe, Nicola Coughlan. You know how we know that Nicola Coughlan doesn't have a penis? Because women have penises. That's just normal now. It's because they said actor instead of actress. Who checks in a London hotel in 2021, only find it contains a secret doorway to a time hotel where she discovers a doctor played by Ncuti Gatwa. Okay. She loves Ncuti Gatwa, in other words. In exchange with the pair, Moffat said, I absolutely adore Christmas. Oh, me too. I can't start early enough for me. It's so hard not to put up the decorations. It's getting close, right? We do a green Christmas party the day before Christmas Eve where all our friends come around. I remember once, my parents used to do these huge Christmas parties. Maybe why I love it, we had a Christmas tree. It was on Christmas Day. I remember once, I don't know why this happened, but David Tennant turned up at Christmas because he's a lovey. Oh, God. So he could be David Tennant. Dressed as an elf. Oh, it sounds like him. It's because Georgia told him to. No one else was invited. He's wandered around like an elf. Davis replied that he normally missed the Doctor Who Christmas special and had to catch up later. We swap Christmases between my sisters. I don't ever cook. We have a big proper family Christmas dinner. I like that about Russell Lee Davis. We normally miss the Doctor Who Christmas special, to be honest. I'll watch it at midnight. Yeah, Russell, you're the only one who liked the midnight access. So look. Is their job imperiled by AI? I don't think so, right? I do not think so. I think, but I think, lesser shows, certainly. Again, you're telling me you can't use AI to make these shitty sitcoms, like New Adventures of Old Christine, right? Like they're all awful. Let's see what's going on at Screen Rant. Screen Rant, Doctor Who. It says Doctor Who, 15th Doctor and his new companion dynamic in 2020 Christmas was teased by Nicola Coughlan. We've basically seen it. People who comes to life in terrifying cosplay. I bet it's not that terrifying. I bet it's good, but yeah, okay, well, we got to look at it on Instagram, apparently. It's okay. It's not. Yeah, but I can tell it's not real. So, okay, whatever. That wasn't worth the trouble of looking at it. Oh, boy, that reminds me. I wanted to look at this as well. Big Finish. They just released the cover for the new River Song box set, and it couldn't make me less interested, right? I really genuinely could not be less interested. Oh, it always takes so long to open up. Always. No idea what's going on filming the upcoming Christmas Doctor Who Christmas. We know. The Savages teaser animation trailer. I think it's a I'm buying it, but I'm probably rebuying it in a few years. Being about Doctor Who return rule is disappointing, but I'm not buying it. You should do. I think I think it's like Christopher Eccles' Doctor Who return. That it's like if you had a different production team. I think he was really fucked off to be fired, right? And I think that's what went down. Oh God! Don't buy the robots. Unless you have trouble sleeping, right? Then it might be for you. There we go. Here it is. This box set is called Ace and Tegan, and I can't think of how do you make Ace and Tegan even worse? You mix them in with River Song. Oh, it sounds agonizing, right? The dream team of Alex Gill and Janet Fielding and Sophie Aldred assembled for the death and life of River Song. Ace and Tegan, brand new. I think this one will probably sell quite well, right? But I don't know. They both seem to be kind of like batty old ladies now, frankly. Like, you know, like Janet was like, I remember Janet was all like bullshit about Jodie Whittaker. She said, I just wish all you people who didn't like it would shut up because the rest of us want to move on. No. You convinced yourself you were the majority when you were the tiny minority. Right? And frankly, you know, seeing older Ace in, I thought she was good in Power of the Doctor. Pretty much everything was good apart from the script, which was the best one they did in Power of the Doctor, and Jodie Whittaker. Right? In 2010 Doctor Who TV special, The Power of the Doctor, wow, 2 years ago now, the Time Lord reunited with two companions, Janet Fielding and Sophie Aldred. Only those things were really sold by when they interacted with their doctors, right? That was really good. That was really good. It was clear these two were already firm friends, and how did that friendship begin? The answer involves a certain 51st century archaeologist. It's a chapter of Doctor Who I'm not interested in. Ace and Eagle had been plucked from the 21st century and stranded in 1860, but hers response to a Wise River song mixing in the 19th century society too. Again, whenever they do 19th century society, or like it's just normally bad. Somebody is out to eliminate all three of them. Oh, you get my blessing. And Ace and Eagle realize this may not be their first meeting with River. Their lives are entangled, and to escape, somebody must pay the ultimate price. Well, I think it's the buyer. You know, it's the customers paying the ultimate price. The second one of River Song's brand new audio series, The Death and Life of River Song, Ace and Tegan, comprises of 4 full-cast audio dramas which chart the course of the three characters' interactions across their lifetimes. There are hauntings, monsters, and arch-villains playing games with time, but through it all, strong friendships will be forged. Okay. So, blah, blah, blah. The 4 adventures are Castaways by James Moran, Roland Moore doing Driftwood and Dead Rising, and the end is the beginning of the end. The end is a bit okay, whatever. Pretty Ace and Tegan. It's kind of a bit of a no-brainer to bring them back, and this is a good range to bring them back into. I just have no interest. Zero interest. I really do. Amazingly, yes, zero interest. Was there any other bit of news? No. Yeah, it's like, yeah, no. Fine. Let's go back to over here where we're looking at. A terrifying Doctor Who season 15 will have one connection to the 9th era Rusty Davies teasers. So I think this connection is going to be really lame. Like, because every time they say something and then you see it, it's really lame, right? Do you remember that scene in Dalek where it was going through all the different guns? I read it's the race that made one of the. Yeah, I'll pull up that clip. I bet it's the race that made one of those guns, right? That will be my guess. Hang on, let's have a look. I'm on the wrong thing. Hang on. Go. Now, fine. I was in the wrong folder again. Let's try again. Doctor Who. This. There'll be season 1 is Dalek. It was like towards the end, right? Where he's. I tell you, yeah, this Eccleston season was very, very not in the template of Doctor Who. So where's he? Oh, here, where he's going through all the different guns.
Broken. Air dryer.
Mr. Van Statten tends to dispose of his stuff, and when he does, he wipes the memory. I kept this stuff in case I needed to fight my way out one day.
What, you in a fight? I'd like to see that.
I could do.
What are you going to do? Throw your A-levels at them? Oh, yes. Lock and load.
Yeah. Okay. So I bet it's whoever made that gun. Okay. That will be my guess. We'll find out. I'll find out. I'll watch it so you don't have to. Right. That's basically that's my allotted task in life. Former Doctor Who showrunner and writer reveals one element introduced in Doctor Who's in the ninth era will make a surprise return for shooting out was 15th season. Coming sooner than we think, he says. I think it's coming around May, right? Maybe. I don't care what I mean, like, frankly, I would love if it comes right after Christmas and then we will be done by the end of February. We won't have to think about this shit ever again. Oh, that'd be fantastic. And you know, they are probably smarter to run it right after Christmas. You know why? Because when Trump is inaugurated, it's already happening, right? That the culture is massively shifting. And it's just going to get a bit more and more pronounced after Trump's inaugurated, because things are going to go very well. Again, assuming that there's not going to be an alien invasion or whatever else is going on. Remember in 2005, and we'll see the return of Gatwa's 50th Doctor following the events of 2020 seasonal special, Joy to the World or Worlds. So we'll see Gatwa joined by Millie Gibson. No, we're seeing her in flashback as she leaves, right? And Verada Seethu's new commander, Belinda, Anita Dawes, Vanessa Redgraves, Ruth Mad. None of those things interest me, right? Anita Dobbs is the closest one, but her character was kind of shit, right? And Verada Seethu was good as well. But man, replacing Millie Gibson with that. While all eyes on Moffat's upcoming Christmas adventure, the writer teased how future adventures in 2025 will feature surprising connection with the debut season when, speaking to Radio Times, he stated, a powerful weapon that first makes an appearance in Doctor Who Season 1 and Christopher Eccleston's Doctor Who will make a surprising appearance in an episode from the new season. It's a weapon! I called it already. Despite a callback to the past season, Moffat stated that he only learned of its inclusion when an unnamed writer handed in their script, but praised the use of checkup was response. I knew nothing about it until the writer handed in their magnificent script. And pow, what a comeback. Oh god, don't show me Rogue. Thermonuclear weapons, the Premier Rose, the Time Lord willed an anti-plastic solution. I doubt it, right? Dalek introduced Henry Van Statten's vault of alien artifacts, including by the way, while we're talking about that, the best thing about Dalek was it was it Dalek? And I'm getting a little wizzy one as it thinks about it. It's thinking. Come on, you can do it. We go back to Dalek. This is such a small detail, and I freaking loved it. Yeah. I love when you see the Cyberman again. It's Revenge of the Cyberman head, but I love all the gubbins coming out of his neck. Right, it just made it seem more real.
What is it?
And if he was looking for a weapon, why didn't he use a cyber gun on his forehead?
An old friend of mine. What? Enemy. The stuff of nightmares reduced to an exhibit. I'm getting old.
Is that where the signal's coming from?
Nah, it's stone dead.
And you can't really see it more, but I do love all the wires and stuff coming out at the bottom. Again, that was when people cared about Doctor Who, people making it. Yes, I bet it's that gun. A powerful blaster the Doctor threatened the lone Metaltron Dalek with. The Villain Guard developed Sonic Blaster, a modified defabricator, cataclysmic delta wave generator. No, I don't think it's any of those things. Oh god, this was so shit. Although that looks like it's gonna be quite good. That was so shit. And this is so gay. Oh, stop with the gay. While Moffat entered the powerful means shit destructibility of the object, it's also hinting the item was a powerful moment for the narrative. Both Van Saturn's Vault Blaster and the Delta Wave Generator represented the Doctor push to their limit. I mean, that was, again, a great bit of writing. As such, the weapon should be used in a moment that sees the 15th Doctor pushed to the edge. He's always pushed to the edge, right? That's his default setting. Look, I'm a bit of a cry, you fucking pussy. Oh, man. Well, season 15 is shrouded in much mystery. Nobody cares. It's not a mystery if nobody gives a shit, right? Many lingering questions from Gatwa's first season. Now, many now wonder the catchment Eccleston's era would be, save for the return of Sutek, Maestro connection to the Toymaker, the indirect entanglement of the villain guard. Gatwa's era so far has no focus on original villains. Do you reckon this here? Like, I think this is his last season. I don't think they're doing season 3, right? I think if they do season 3, I don't think it's going to be with Gatwa. Do you think his reign can be without Daleks? Right? Do you think his whole era will be Dalek free? I mean, you had Pertwee's era was Cyberman free, apart from Mind of Evil. But I don't think there's been a Dalek free. One second. So, not the first Doctor, not the second Doctor, not the third Doctor, not the fourth Doctor, not the fifth Doctor, not the sixth Doctor, not the seventh Doctor. Well, you could say the eighth Doctor, but then, he mostly lived on audio. So you can say, yeah, no, you can't say he had no Dalek encounter. War Doctor, big finish again, lots of Daleks. Eccleston Daleks, every Doctor's faced the Daleks, right? Other than, and I don't think they're going to be in this season. I maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. As such, many may wonder if Moffat's tease might be hinting about the return of that requires an old weapon to tackle the threat. With Joy to the World set to air on Christmas Day, it may not be long until the preview of the new Doctor Who season revises us. Well, yeah, we will be talking about that by Boxing Day. I am sure, right? I am absolutely sure. What's going on here? Doctor Who Christmas theories. What can happen during? Let's see what they're going to say. I'm intrigued. Forget presidents in Turkey. Who's writing this? Oh, it's not Hugh Fullerton. Okay. Forget presidents in Turkeys and trees. We all want for traditions of Doctor Who special. Well, I'm looking for the Wallace and Gromit, actually. Luckily, Joy of the World isn't far away, and thanks to the teasers and the tidbits from Stephen Moffat and Rossley Davies and the full cast list, we now have been veiled. We can now guess and speculate. Okay, Dodo, what do you want to say? There's a Silurian, there's a dinosaur, there's a character named Bond Girl. What's not to love? Shooty Gatwa, frankly. What do we know so far? There's a suitcase in the Christmas special that has something to do with the corporation Villain Guard. Yeah, if that blows up, it could blow up all reality or something, whatever. There's this huge stakes, as always. Throughout Moffat's episodes, in particular, Villain Guard has grown in importance from a casual mention to an all-out evil. They've been mentioned twice at the beginning, being a big bad villain for season 15. Could be, right? I mean, man, Sutek just died a death, didn't they? They filmed all this before they saw the first season was a complete failure. It certainly doesn't seem outside the realm of possibility. Well, outside the possibility. Where'd it go? Well, Joy to the World will surely have its own self-contained story. Doctor Who Christmas specials, including Church and Ruby Road, often set up mysteries for the oncoming art. And I still quite enjoyed Church and Ruby Road. I'm kind of amazed about. Most prominently, the ongoing mystery of Mrs. Flood. Don't really care. Although maybe it's something to do with the Guardians. Maybe she's like, the Guardian of Order, right? And we're gonna, because it's not called the Black Guardian, it's called the Guardian of Chaos now. Maybe that. I don't know. Vanguard seems to like the idea, ideal way to do that. What, to carry it through? If that does happen, we would expect Moffat to be back to write one or more episodes of season 15. I expect he is as well. Although he's claimed that Joy to the World will be his last episode. He always claims that. It's always been worth taking those claims like this with a pinch of salt. Maybe we'll see him back sooner than we think. A Bond connection. Now, again, I really liked the Dracula series they did, right, for Christmas about 5-10 years ago. Because I felt like Sherlock Holmes, Dracula's very Christmassy. He's got especially the Hammer Dracula, and that covered all four eras of Dracula. It was a bit woke in the first one with the Van Helsing being a nun, right? But for me, that was fine. Honestly, it felt like a very traditional Hammer Dracula movie. But I think James Bond is also in that ballpark. When I wish they would do a TV version, like Sherlock, but with the Bond books, right, for TV. I bet that would be great. I'm surprised that Ian doesn't want to do that. When looking at current characters, James Bond fans might notice the recognized name Sylvia Trench, played by Naima Mary Smith. Sylvia Trench was the first Bond girl to be introduced in the hit film franchise. Originally played by Eunice Grayson, Trench appeared in the first two Bond films, Doctor No and Rush for Love, alongside Sean Connery. Okay, so what's this got to do? So could a Bond character or a version of her appear in... I don't know. So Sylvia Trench is the name of the character. Well, let's see what Naima Mary Smith looks like. All right, do they look vaguely similar? You know she's not white, right? Oh no, I'm amazed she is white. I take that back. Yeah, I can see it being the same character. I could totally see it being the same character. Where is this? Yeah, okay, fine. I can see it being the same character. But I think it's just going to be a wink, isn't it? It's not be a major plot point. So going to make it. So could a Bond character or a version of her appear in the Doctor Who Christmas special, or even a tribute to her? Doctor Who has definitely paid homage to Bond before, not least with Jodie Whittaker's. Oh, fuck off! Oh no! Don't mention that, Jodie Whittaker. We also know that Moffat is a big fan of Bond. He even previously devised a WSO movie. Well, yeah, what's their movie idea? Did we get a? That's more interesting than this. Well, what do we know about it? Okay, when was this from? 3 years ago. See, it was under contract with Doctor Who, and we're under orders not to talk about Doctor Who or Sherlock. It was a night of, so of course we talked about James Bond. Yeah, again, this is why I like Mark Canis, right? Describing the ideas, they gave the working title of All the Time in the World. Oh, nice title. We have All the Time in the World. Mark said it was quite nice. He confessed that the pair had even taken up on their pitch. It was unlikely it would make it to screen how they envisioned. But wouldn't it be great if they did a TV version, right? You've got all the thrill of being part of Bond, and you realize that you are one cog in a very big machine, and you're going to get overwritten, explained. Okay. Meanwhile, Gaz also had some advice to which direction the Bond franchise should go in with the departure of Daniel Craig after his 5 films and 15 years as Bond, claiming the lighter approach will be should be adopted going forward. That's why I always said Tom Hiddleston. It would be a great Bond. He's a perfect Bond for this age. What they need to do is respond. Yeah, and you know what? I hope they take the Superman movie, which I hope is going to be very successful, as a touchstone. Which is, I think it's going to be lighthearted. I think it's going to be fun. Right? I just think that's the way it's going to go. It doesn't mean that doesn't mean they have to be out and out silly. I just think they need to be light. Yeah, a bit of charm, right? They need to find a lighter actor, have a bit more fun with it. Well, again, Aaron Taylor-Joy, who is bombing horribly in Craven. Oh, my son just went back to Gaza today, right? And he said he WhatsApped me and said he thought he went to go and see Craven last night with his wife. And it was awful. I'm like, why didn't he ask me? I would have told you to stay away from it. Even Gladiator 2 would have been better. Right, and that was shit. Amazing Mr. Bundle Sky and Mezzleton. He's got another horror story coming out this year. Okay, fine. A new recurring character? I doubt it. I kind of recognize the actor, but I doubt it. Jonathan Harris. There's certainly a precedent for Doctor Who introducing new returning characters. Perhaps you could even call it a tradition. Catherine Tate's Donna Noble to Millie Gibson's Ruby. Well, okay, Catherine Tate wasn't supposed to be the companion. It was supposed to be Penny, right? And as Russell T Davies was writing, he said, well, this is just like Catherine Tate. This is like Donna, right? And then I think they met each other at a party, and it turned out that she would love to do more. He just assumed that she was done. She wouldn't do more. And that Penny's character was killed in Partners in Crime, right? She was the other person investigating. We're not talking about Nicola Coughlin's Joy here, but our eyes on Jonathan Harris's character, the Silurian hotel manager, who has appeared prominently in it. Well, again, because he's like a very recognizably alien. I want to say, what's he look like without the makeup on? Yeah, John Harris. I'm sure I recognize the actor. That's who it is. Yeah, he's the guy from Sherlock. That's who it is. I remember now. Right. He was the kind of obsessed with Sherlock or something. I thought it was him. There you go. I just couldn't remember where it was from. I don't think so. With the Doctor's next spin-off, The War Between Land and the Sea, set to focus on the Sea Devils and Silurians, could we see more of them? Well, he seems like a very mild-mannered Silurian, doesn't he? Parallel or alternative universe? God, I hope not. Like, man, that idea is so incredibly tired now. Oh, honestly, it's done, right? It was done by the time they did The Flash, which was, not stellar, right? But it's been done for a long time, right? It was done. It worked well in Spider-Man Far From Home, or whatever it was called. No Way Home. I can't remember, right? But it's done, right? It's done. Something Christmas says they will have to save Christmas everywhere all at once, suggesting the timeline might have to step outside the universe to save all of it. Stop. I hope they don't. It sounds like the sort of shitty idea they would do. Again, this was written 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, right? When the world was very different. This was written before Bud Light. Would it be the first time Doctor has dealt with parallel universes? There's one thing Moffat is keen on. It's a bit of a wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey madness. Oh, shut up. Also, there's a little clue that Disney Plus recently gave us about Joy to the Worlds. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think I'm intrigued to see what was really going on with that. While fans assumed the plural worlds was an error, the Disney Doctor Who social media made comments indicate it was something else. Yeah, but we thought they're just covering their asses. Mrs. Flood, no, she's not on the cast list, but it doesn't mean a surprise appearance from Mrs. Flood is definitely ruled out. Well, I think it probably is, but she made her first appearance in Church on Ruby Road last year. Christmas special, rocking a fur coat that wouldn't be out of place in an East 70 music video. Could she back for the Christmas? I doubt it. Death? What? This might be a bit of a mad and morbid one, but there's always a room for a bit of tragedy on Doctor TV at Christmas. I mean, yeah, I'm watching the Downton Abbey Christmas specials. There's a lot of tragedy going on there. Just look at the soaps. More melodramatic, the Doctor Who fans have been calling out for a bit more mortal danger in recent years. That Moffat, king of breaking Whovian hearts, will be the man to... The only person they could really kill off is Nicola Coughlan. And that would be weird. Never forget Kylie Minogue's death scene in Voyage of the Damned. That was actually very good. Moffat has already teased that Coughlan is set to give us a devastating turn as Joy in Joy to the World. Probably will, right? Probably will. I agree with you. Right? What's it going to be like? I know. Will it be more queer shit? I mean, that's really the question. Will it be more queer, hateful shit? Right? I don't know. Dr. Alex is here. He was here. Now he's gone. I don't know. Right? I really don't know. What else was on my... shall we move? So, yeah, what's it? It was the Netflix Narnia movies. I wanted to look at that as well. Where is it? We'll go... let's try bounding into comics. Right, because it sounds like these are going to be really bad. Oh, the Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim is apparently awful, right? Narnia, let's go. Yeah, this sounds like a terrible idea. So the Narnia movies, like, if you don't know, they are deeply, deeply Christian movies, like very, very Christian analogies. And that's why his Dark Materials was written, because they wanted to do a non-Christian fantasy, like an anti-Christian fantasy. It's just like, and now they got the Barbie director Greta Gerwig's Chronicle of Narnia projects. She just doesn't strike me as a devout Christian, which I think you really need to do Narnia well. So, chairman of Netflix Scott Stuber provided an update on the previous announced Chronicles of Narnia from Barbie director Greta Gerwig. The Netflix previously announced they were working on multiple projects. The Chronicle of Narnia back in 2018. A press release said Netflix will develop a new series and film project based on C.S. Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia series under the terms of the multi-year deal. Netflix, C.S. Lewis and Company. Netflix will develop classic stories from across Narnia universe into this. I mean, like, yeah, I hope they do something that hits, right? This is what Rebel Moon should have been. Oh, they screwed that up. Netflix chief confidential officer Ted Sarandos said at the time, C.S. Lewis is a beloved Chronicles of Narnia story with generations of readers around it. Again, but the Christianity of it is so central, right? It's so central. Fans are falling in love with characters like Aslan and the entire world of Narnia, and we're thrilled to see them years ago. Wasn't the first one they had, what's his name, as... It was. Oh, what's the guy actor's name? I really like this actor. He played young Professor X. All right. That's Thomas, wasn't it? C.S. Lewis's stepson, Douglas Grayson, said, it's wonderful that the folks are looking forward to seeing more Narnia, and that the advances in production and distribution technology made possible for the Narnia adventures come to the world. I think the movies they did about 15 years ago were pretty darn good. Definitely seems to be the best medium to achieve this. I just hope they had some kind of like proviso written in saying this has to have Christian values and treat Christians in a positive manner, right? During the promotion of the Barbie, it was revealed by New Yorker's Alex Barrett that Gerwig would write and direct at least 2 of the Narnia films based on. So again, this just seems like a really weird choice, right? 2005, oh man, it's 20 years old now. During the press, Gerwig gave an update telling Games Radar, I bet she just told a crowd. Games Radar. I haven't even really started on wrapping my arms around it, but I'm probably scared of it. Well, I'm not scared as I am of you, debasing it. But I think I'm always scared as a good sign. No. It just means you think you're going to be shit. Maybe when I stop being scared, I'll be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that one. Yes, don't do that one. No, I'm terrified of it. It's extraordinary, and so we'll see. I don't know. I hope to make all different kinds of movies in the course of the time I get to make movies, which is a lot. Which it's a long time, but it's also limited. Well, that's like a hopeful thing as well. I want to do big things. I want to do small things. I want to do in between. When I have another big canvas, it's excruciating. It's exciting and daunting. I'm the one who finds it excruciating. During an interview with Variety's Cynthia Littleton, Super gave an update of various Narnia projects he's been working on, specifically Gerwig's attached to. He said Gerwig grew up with a Christian background. Well, at least does she hate it though, or is she on board for it? The series books are very much based on Christianity, and so we're started talking about it. And I said earlier that we don't have IP, so when we had the opportunity to license those books or to the Roald Dahl company, we jumped at it to have the stories that people recognize the ability to tell those stories. So it was just a great opportunity. I'm thrilled to be working on it. I'm thrilled to be doing business, but I thought they wanted to say it's like a complete reinvention of it. Voyage of Dawn was quite good as well. I asked Gerwig's role on the project. Super said, obviously, Lion Witch and the Wardrobe, which is kind of like the preeminent one, but there's such an interesting narrative from the Narnia series if you read them all. Well, that is true, actually. She's working on now with producer Amy Pascal. Isn't she like the kiss of death, Amy Pascal and Mark Gordon? So they're going to figure out how they can break the whole arc of it, they all concluded. Okay. This is probably a new feminist. Leave me alone. There's a significant concern about Gerwig's role in the film, as she's declared the Marvel movie to be a feminist film, and it appears she wants to proselytize the anti-Christian ideology. You see, that's where I'm concerned. Honestly, she explained, I think it belongs to the film that we are making in the whole, making it a whole. Barbie is like an icon, and Margot Robbie, Margot, I guess, was speaking. She exists both in the both and not in the either. What? She's neither good nor bad, diving into complexity of it. I have no idea what you're talking about. What are they doing? It feels feminist. I know. What to be worried about, okay? Really, genuinely, what to be worried about. I mean, if you like the Narnia books. Happy Gilmore. Firstly, Henry Cavill's Voltron behind the scene. Okay. Somebody bought the Dorothy's red ruby slippers. Skeleton Crew, haven't seen it, don't really care. Watch Tannen Johnson and Jodie Comer. I'm glad he's got his next thing's booked, because man, that was is doing very badly, isn't it, Craven? It's doing very, very, very badly. Anyway, and I think with that, I'm going to wrap up, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's me done. Yeah. I am. I'm tired. I don't want to go to bed. Well, I'm a bit early for it, but yeah, I'll be there. I'll be going there soon. Anyway, I am back on Tuesday. I'll be back live Tuesday with more obscene cyber filth. The sort of stuff that you are used to on my channel. But and again, if you don't show up, you could end up like this kid, right? Don't let this be you, right? No, poor kid. Oh. So you're gonna want to show up for that. Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna hit the end broadcast, but I'm gonna hit it and say